The one thing I would tell you is that in a thinking process analysis, which includes all of the 5 trees, the front end is very clearly and precisely determined. The goal tree and the future and the current reality tree are facts. This is what it will take to succeed in the business we're in. That's the goal tree. There's no margin for error. You've got to do this, or you will not get to the goal. This current reality is a factual statement of what actually is happening now. We can prove it. No variation, no margin for error or anything like that. As soon as you start working into the future now, you're not talking about precisely measurable cause and effect. You are talking about probabilities. If we do this, the probability is high that we will get this outcome. But we also recognize that there are other outcomes that may be possible, and that's what kind of gives us negative branches to look at. Or as one of our famous philosophers, our cowboy philosophers in the United States, a guy named Will Rogers once said, plans get you into things, but you have to work your own way out. Okay? What is the future reality tree? It's nothing more than a logical verification of a plan for the future. There's no substitute for working your way out. And this is the part that Will Rogers said, you got to work your way out. Thinking process nor theory of constraints gives you that. You have to know when to bring in other tools, and that's a big part of it right there, risk mitigation. As far as how long will it take, this is also something else that is not an inherent part of the thinking process. You will see the map of the steps that happen in the future reality tree. But all that is an indication of the sequence in which things will happen. It does not tell you what the time duration is for each step. So you have to use some fairly good intuition and knowledge and experience and understanding on your part to say, we can do the first 5 steps of this future reality tree in about 4 weeks. But this next step is going to take 6 months. Even if we put this in place, it will deliver that next outcome, but it will take 6 months to unfold. So by looking at this and determining where the imposing, let's say, a time factor on the cause and effect, you get to something that every project manager needs to know, which is schedule duration. It's going to give you a sense for how long the schedule really needs to be, because these 5 steps and the last 5 steps are going to go very quickly. These 3 in the middle are going to take a long time. How long? I don't know. Our best guess is this. Fine. We'll use that as a basis for a time, for a 50% time, and we'll put a feeding buffer in there. This is when it comes to the execution. Okay. All right. So to kind of summarize what this logical thinking process is, I like to say it is a structured way to move from an ill-defined system-level problem to a fully implemented solution. And this is what I think has been missing in system problem solving for decades.